Well, the weather here in Melbourne's not too nice. I think it's about 15 degrees Celsius today. Typical Melbourne, the other day it was 34 degrees. So quite a change. I haven't really touched these things lately. It's pretty much as I left it last time. That hasn't been touched, that hasn't been touched. This thing was not meant to be upgraded at all. I was meant to leave it stock. So I didn't feel guilty having so much money, you know, just sitting on the shelf. But I don't know, COVID came along, got a little bit bored. Bought and sold a few things. So yeah, it's just sort of get carried away a little bit. I wasn't meant to, but and I think I might get carried away a little bit more. This thing's got a 29cc dynamite. This thing's got a 29cc dynamite. As you know, I've got the 32cc Zanoa, and I've been thinking about it. The 32 is meant to go on the newer Losi, but now I'm thinking put it in my original Losi and then selling all these spare engines that I got and buying a brand new one for this one, unless I can find another good second hand one. But yeah, they don't come around too often. People will hold on to their Zanoa G320 RCs. So but today what I'll be doing is hopefully completing this thing. I'll see if I can put the 32cc in it and complete at least one of them, because that one I want to tear down completely like I did with this one and go from there. But this one doesn't really need much now, just the front and rear end refitted, and now just an engine swap. Engine swap, unfortunately kill switch swap again. That should be it. And fit the pipe, put my original pipe back on. So I forgot to mention, what's missing over here? The Rovan LT. Finally sold it. I was just about to pull it apart in sections, to sell it off in sections, because it's been weeks and no one wanted it. I was asking a little bit much for it, I know that, but it had a lot of good Losi parts on there. But yeah, I was about to part it out this weekend, and just last night got a message. Alright, I don't want to get it for this much. I go, yep, you know what, have it. Weird thing about it is I had to drive it down there. First time ever I've sold an RC and I had to go drop it off. But when I got there I understood why. It was just a young kid that I was amazed he had that much money to buy an RC. I never did at his age. But yeah, she's now gone. He's happy. I did have issues starting it, believe it or not. It was everything last night was, well, it was dark. I don't think there was much fuel in there. I don't think it drew enough fuel to start with to start it, and then I think I just tried to push more fuel in it and then it flooded it. It was a nightmare. And here you are trying to sell something, but yeah, normally it started easy, but yeah, it just didn't have enough fuel, and then whatever fuel I did have, then I did flood it with it. But finally got it going, had a quick spin, stopped it, and then I showed, listen, this is how it should start, and fair enough, the next time it started straight up. So yeah, I couldn't see anything. I couldn't even see the kill switch button for the engine when I was trying to look for it. It was just too dark. I had my mobile trying to get the light onto it, but it was a really awkward moment. Trying to sell some and then it won't start. I'm like, oh no, come all this way. It was a fair hike. It was a 45-minute drive both ways, but Finally got it going. I told him straight up, if you've got any issues, give me a call. No stress at all. But yeah, Raven's gone. Happy with that. Now I can concentrate on these two. Moving along, but not at the pace that I'd like. Just finding myself doing more and more stuff while it's all out. One of the things I thought, while I've got it out, I'll put an outerwear for the case. That was a bit, I don't know. I've always been a bit iffy about these things, you know, and how great they stick. I cleaned it as good as I could. Got some metho out. It's not, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. And then the next thing is, which I forgot to mention a while back, was I bought this Bartolone mesh plate. What a story about this mesh plate. Shane, if you're watching this, thank you for this mesh plate. Oh, this thing, something happened in the post. It got down to where I am because it was interstate, and then it went back to the other state where it came from. Then it came back down here. Then it got lost, and then I pretty much got my money back from the post. And then a week after I got my money back, they found it. They sent it back to the seller. He sent it back to me. Finally got it. So after the struggle, it's here. Again, thanks Shane. Awesome deal, because this pretty much cost me nothing, because the post, Ozpost paid, you know, for the loss of this thing. And to me, I'm like, oh well, it's gone now. I've got my money back. But yeah, but then it showed up, so it's all good. But what a prick to fit this thing. Holy hell. Now, if you haven't got a Bartolone clutch housing, or is it clutch housing? Yeah, I guess it is. This bit here. And you just got to put into a stock one like I have. I thought I'd give it a go. What a pain. I'll show you what I had to do. So it's not 100% guaranteed that this is going to fit yet, but this is what I did so far. So as you can see, this isn't a flat surface. So, like I did, if you tighten it up, it's just going to go on an angle. So I thought, alright, that's fair enough. I'll put a little spacer over there. But then the spacer wasn't right either, so I had to pretty much Dremel out a little bit of material just so I could fit a spacer in there. Yeah, like that. Alright. And this spacer, I found it's got some beveled edges on there, so it sort of takes up a little bit of the unevenness, you know. So I could go a bit further and make it flatter again, but I just don't want to stuff up that hole. I had to drill a hole. I had to tap that hole. Because of their head, it was really hard to get the right angle. And then the bolts that they gave us is no good. You got to make sure when you do this that it doesn't go in there too far, because if it goes into too far, it'll hit your clutch bell. So yeah, so I'll make sure that all the clearances are good. This will sit pretty much like, it'll stick out just a little bit, and that's fine. And I could easily space it up a little bit more if I wanted to, but yeah. So that's what I've been mucking around with. Again, as I mentioned, you get some upgrades, but if you don't buy, even when you do buy the whole kit, it sort of works out, but if you don't buy everything that's meant to go with this piece, it's a struggle. So now I will put it all back together, and we'll see how it goes, how it fits up. All done. There's a bit of mucking around, and it's nice and flat too. That looks sort of horrible, doesn't it? I think they made, oh, they could have made some black ones. Again, out of all the deals that I got, I pretty much got that for nothing. And I got another one as well. I got another one for the other Losi, so, you know, when it doesn't cost you much, can't complain. Took a while. Got it all done. She's looking alright now. All back together. 32cc. Got rid of all the colour. Unfortunately, I brought some back. I got these filters, so I thought I'll give them a go. I don't know if they're going to be any good or not. I don't know if they're going to hinder the performance of the motor or not, but I'll give it a go. It's not a bad idea. Just about to start her up. Fill her up for some fuel. And see how she runs. Just went out there, annoyed the neighbours. She's a bit wet. Bit slippery out there. The power difference, I have to say, is amazing. Absolutely amazing. I know it's wet, but holy hell, does this thing pick up quick. It is awesome. Now I know why I love these 320 so much. Crazy. So all done now. One done. One more to go. I had some difficulties with this thing. I did put a boot on the front here, but it's rubbed against the servo mount here, so I could chop that up, but you know what? Maybe I'll just deal with changing these cups once in a while. All in all, things going good. He didn't want to start for me. What was the issue? I think it was just the adjustment on the carb. I might have to go back to stock and start fresh, but it's running good now. It starts good now. So yeah, the de-anodizing looks heaps better. It's not 100%, but it's not a colour, you know. Wrapped with it. So this one's actually 100% complete now. The servo did play up then. I don't know why. The steering servo. It froze up on me. I don't know if the battery's low. This servo is awesome. It's just so much quicker than the Savox, I reckon. Oh, that's what I thought I heard was I thought it. That's why it wouldn't start initially. I thought I heard it pop, but it didn't. So then I took the choke off and tried to start, and it wouldn't work. So I'm thinking, oh, I'll just try the choke again, because I took the spark plug out. Spark plug was dry, so obviously no fuel there. So I just got distracted. I'm not sure where I am now. I got this set amount from China. I asked for the two pieces to be single pieces, but he sent me a split. I don't like the split. I mentioned in the last video, it's a pain in the ass. Well, after all this and that and whatever, I actually got this for nothing. I asked for a full refund because it's not what I asked for. So this was actually free. That was free as well because of the post. I didn't pay for any of this. Now these things, so hard to get in Australia. I want another one and I can't find one. Sold out everywhere. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I was going to put a Savox one in there, but this is still going good, so I'll just leave it as it is. I'll pretty much change them over once they play up. But yeah, this thing goes awesome. Awesome. It was screaming a little bit. It's still on the 19 tooth. So we'll see how that goes. Worst case scenario, I'd chuck a 20 on there. But yeah, Wrapped with it. Wrapped. So, I think out of all these engines that I've got, yeah, look, the 29 in there. 29 that I just took out. That's actually, it runs good, but, oh shit. But you know, I've got the 32 now. I've got a 32 Rovan. I've got a dud. Another dud. Another dud. And then I've got the G290. I think it'll run okay, but the comp's not the best. But a head kit for this is only like $100, you know, posted. Whereas brand new, they're like $300 to $400. So I've got all the bits to make it complete. So I'll sell all the engines, and yeah, get another 32. I am wrapped with it. Awesome. Can't believe it. If you got the cash to get one, get one. I've missed it, I've got to tell you.